gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the Yap Zone. Before we start today's episode, I just want to say, fuck ICE. That's right. ICE, get out. Even though I'm in Canada, I support everyone other than ICE. I'll support ISIS before I support ICE. Okay? So I just want to say, this episode is sponsored by Fuck ICE.
That's nice.
What about producer Josh? You listen. I try to tell him, I'm like, yo, whenever I'm like going off the deep end, make sure I don't get canceled or anything, right? But this is good, right?
That wasn't the deep end. That was good.
This is good. Fuck ICE.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Another thing, Muslims, keep it tight.
yo,
Tight, yo.
I got fucking nervous, bro.
I love ya.
Yeah. Look, at this point, there's 2 episodes released. And we I think it's possible some people may have misinterpreted what we said, but keep it nice. Like you were saying,
keep it nice. We're recording this on February 2nd, okay?
Yep.
And I just want to say, yeah, fuck ICE, bro. Here's I saw a video. The Chinese guy who's in charge of my algorithm, I'm starting to like him. I like the stuff he's sending, because first he was sending me very naughty videos, and I was doing no fap, okay? But then I indulged, right? I want to share something with you, producer Josh.
I think you share too much, but yeah, let me know.
The Japanese guy or the Chinese guy, whoever it is in charge of my TikTok, I got a video on my TikTok where ICE came in. They parked, and this white guy was recording, okay? And he goes up to these ICE agents, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" Phone all up in their face. "What are you doing here?" And they're like, "Yo, mind your business, right? Mind your business, right?" And so he records like their name, right, on the thing. He's like, "Where's your badge?" This, and their face is covered. And then he records the number plate, the license plate of the vehicle. And then he goes around the car and he records the number. So each car is given a number, like 235 or whatever. He records that. As he's recording, these ICE agents are walking up the stairs, and this white guy who's recording, starts yelling in Spanish, right? And what he's saying is, "Yo, it's ICE. Don't open the door. Don't open the door. They're going to knock. It's ICE. Don't open the door." So these guys are like knocking, whatever. They wait. Once this guy, like, they come back down, and now he's unafraid, this guy. He's just right up in there like, "Oh, what are you doing, huh? Get out of this neighborhood. Get out of the neighborhood." And they get in their vehicles. They drive off. This guy flips the camera, and he's like, "This is what they're doing. They're coming into our neighborhoods. They're doing this," which is crazy, because I've always heard of like these immigrants are coming here or whatever. But this white guy's like laying it down. And then he goes, every single one of the houses in our block, on our block, has learned Spanish. So when people come like this, because we have a lot of Mexican people living here, right? We start yelling out because what is an abuelita? Abuelita? How do you say grandma in Spanish?
Abuelita?
Yeah, whatever.
I think.
Maybe she doesn't know. Like my grandma, she only speaks Punjabi. Sometimes she'll be like, "Oh, well, what is this? Is this the Amazon guy? Is this like," she'll open the door, right? And so this way, it's like, "Yo, don't open the door," because they can't like physically break into it, right? But if you open the door, then it gets the ball rolling. And first of all, I love this. I was like, wow. Look at these. They're supporting our Mexican brothers and sisters. I like this. Everyone has learned Spanish to warn the Mexicans that, hey, be careful. Don't open the door. Bad guys outside. But see, I'm in Canada, and so is producer Josh. We're Canadians, and we got a lot of Indian hate here. Then I started thinking, if there was ICE in Canada, would people learn Punjabi or Hindi and be like, "Baljit, door na kholi, door no openo"? I feel like, and I could be, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like people will learn Punjabi and be like, "Baljit, door khola." You gotta get a PR. It's Carney. Carney's outside. Oh, कहता तेनू देनी आ.
देन आया.
He wants to give it to you. Like, I feel like that it'll be like the prices, right? Like, come on down. Do that. And then they're gonna come out and then, boom, get on the ground. All you see is just 12 guys. Baljeet, Carney here. He gave you PR. You are a citizen. Just 12 people opening the door. It's mine. It's for me. It's for me. They're all fucking pushing each other. As soon as they walk out, all of them arrested, deported. Do you think do you think I'm being crazy?
This is actually a great point. Yeah, I didn't know you'd be coming in with this heat, bro. This is a really, I think, interesting point, right? Yo, Canadians, you already know I'm not trying to rant on this, but Canadians like to think that they're more progressive than like Americans, but that's just not true in my opinion, right? Again, the anti-Indian hate thing kind of proves it.
So what is it then? Because I'm like, yo, Mexican people, my cousin, right? He works, you've met him, right? He works with a lot of amigos, and they actually come down for 6 months in BC. They farm, they do that, and he's rubbed shoulders with them, maybe some other things. I don't know. I don't judge. But he's like, we're talking, and I used to say this where I'm like, yo, they're just like, they're Punjabis, like they're Sikhs, they're Indian, like they love their beer, they love their tequila, they love their alcohol, right? Roti and tacos, like the food, the spices. You listen to their music, like everything is kind of. We just don't have a Bad Bunny. I think that's what it is. Like people are like, they're like, we love the Mexican culture, we love the flavor, we love all of this, and so you know what? Fuck ICE, we support you. Why do we get like, oh, stinky Indians? Or like whenever you ask, like, what's one race you wouldn't date? It's always like, oh, dirty Indians. Like,
okay, this is actually some real shit.
We're Mexicans.
I think you're right. It's one, we're missing a Bad Bunny. You could be the Bad Bunny. I think stop telling jokes, start singing, bro. You can be the Bad Bunny is one thing.
Yeah. Shout outs to Bad Bunny. He
just won like
he won
the most. So he got some like crazy fucking awards at the Grammys. Right?
He cried,
I
which
mean,
is like, come on, now you're doing too much.
Yeah, now
you knew you were gonna win.
You already know you're great. You know what I mean? You're about to the Super Bowl. Anyways,
it would make sense that you would win,
bro.
I don't know why you're shocked. Like
Bad Bunny thing. The Bad Bunny thing is one thing, right? let me say this too. This is again not a new take or anything, but people are saying with the ICE thing, the protest really only blew up and inflamed when people of a certain skin tone were, it's very unfortunate. They were brutally assassinated by the forces. That's when people were like, hey, this has gone too far, right? And I had a third thing, but I'm sorry, I can't remember, but it was a decent point.
When white people start dying,
yeah,
the world stops.
Yeah, I think all this means is the extortion that South Asians in Canada are doing to South Asians in Canada. If we really wanted to stop, all I'm hearing from you right now is that
white girl,
we should get a South Asian organized attack on white businesses.
Yeah. We need here's the thing, because for those of you who don't know, if you're listening somewhere else, what's happening across Canada, major cities like Vancouver, Surrey, Calgary, Edmonton, Brampton, like these places here. I know I said major cities. We gotta throw a little bit of that in there too. But what's happening is South Asian businesses are being targeted, right? And they're being extorted, right? They're being shot up, and they're like, "Well, pay us," right? And it's becoming an issue. It's becoming a huge issue. And the whole thing is like, as soon as one of these gang members goes up to like a Girl Scout cookies or something and just fucking puts a gun in her mouth and says, hey little Cindy, why don't you fork over some of that cash? Then it's gonna be a problem. When you shoot up a Girl Scout stand that's outside a Canadian Tire or something, then the world. And I'm not, hey, listen, if any gangsters are watching, I'm not saying kill white people or extort white people, right? But I'm just saying,
that's when it's gonna cause a problem. Now look, this is the thing that is gonna solve the extortion problem, but that also means you and I will not be allowed to stay in Canada anymore. I think that's what the solution is gonna be. So
I'm happy. I'll go back. Anyways,
I'd rather.
Let's. I have a few topics.
All right.
So I was telling you, the Chinese guy in charge of my algorithm has been sending me a lot of ICE videos. Fuck ICE, right? Another thing, I've been getting a lot of, I think it's like the guys wearing the Meta glasses, right? I've been getting a lot of guys that are like 20 to maybe 24, okay? And they're going up to older women and they're rizzing them up. I've been getting a lot of these like cougar, MILF, older, whatever. And it's always the same here. And it's always like, oh, like, can I get your number? I think you look beautiful. And it's always them like, I could be like your mom's age or your grandma's age. and then, but they're still entertaining the guy. Like, they're still kind of like, oh, I'm divorced, I'm this and that. And I noticed one thing. First thing right off the bat, I'm like, yo, if that was a guy, they would be like, ew, disgusting. Oh my God, gross, whatever, right? But women are so smart because guys, here's what guys do. I feel like if a young chick approaches a guy, even like 18, 19, 20-year-old approaches like a 40-year-old, 50-year-old, they just start lying, I think. They'll lie about their age. They'll lie if they're even married. They could be with their kids and they'll be like, I don't know these guys. I don't know these fuckers. They're like, Daddy, why are you saying that? I don't know what you're... Right? Women are so smart. Here's what old women will do. They'll be like, they'll say one thing. They'll be like, oh my God, I'm flattered, but like, I'm turning 49. But they'll still like, and they're like, oh, don't worry, yo, you look super young. I'm actually into that. And they'll, instead of shutting it down, they'll be like, I have a son that's probably your age. How old are you? 24. My son's 25. And they're like, yo, that's okay. Like, I'll come over. I'll treat you nice or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, just stop it. I've been divorced 5 times. Like they'll start dropping all their baggage out. And then they'll be like, once everything is checked, they're like, all right, come here. Bring that young cock right here. Let me devour you. And I'm like, yo, this is so smart. Like, women are playing chess. You never go to their house and you're like, menopause? Kids? Because they'll spit everything out. They'll say everything. Whereas a guy's lying. She's telling you all her baggage. And if you're still there, then she's like, all right, bring that big black cock right here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yo. What the fuck? Yo.
What?
You just pointed like, go ahead. Like, how am I supposed to follow that? Yo.
No, because that's all. I thought we would like volley this back and forth.
Well, how the fuck? Where was I supposed to jump in? Man, you're bringing some good points.
Bring that big black cock right here.
No, I think it's good. First of all, I just need to say, yo. By the way, for people listening or watching the full episode, we don't talk about these things ahead of time. Like, this is all new information to me. I'll mention that because I haven't seen any of these Meta Glasses videos, right?
Okay.
So I'm assuming if it's real, because I believe it. I'm not surprised these. Meta
I
Glasses,
stay tapped into the culture.
Yeah, no, you're you're good for that.
The zeitgeist.
Okay, I know you're not claiming this. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm like, look, they're putting everything on the table. So bro, in this case, because everyone's above 18, bro, love is love.
No, but I'm like, yo, that's so smart though, because they'll be like,
I mean, but like, yo,
they'll shoot it down initially and be like, I'm so flattered and this, and then it almost tricks you of like, because I'm like, yo, homeboy's tripping, like, she's just being kind. She's not trying to like. I saw one last night, bro, where she's like, I have a husband, like that. She's like, I'm so flattered. I have a stupid husband. Shows the ring, and then he's like, yo, don't worry. Okay, let's hang out. Whatever. Can I get your number? Puts the number in an Instagram, and it's like, why are you doing that? Like, you have a husband, and people in the comments are like, yo, I hope you're. And keep in mind, I understand social media 2026. Some of these could be fake, right? But I'm like, yo, that is fucking crazy. This bitch is so old, she probably doesn't even know that's Meta Glasses, first of all, right? And she's probably like, oh, I'm about to get dick down.
Yeah.
But she says everything. She's like, I'm turning 49. And he's like, yo, don't worry. I'm married. So now when the hookup happens, she doesn't even have to hide the fact of like, yo, but my husband, because this guy already knows.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a guy's like, oh yeah, I'm 22 years old. I'm single.
Yeah. No,
Meanwhile, he's the reason why he's at Walmart is he has diapers and milk of baby formula. And then just some hot chick comes up and says, oh my God, you're like a zaddy. Like, let's go out. And like, oh yeah. Oh fuck this. What are these doing in this aisle?
Yeah.
I'm just putting these back for the workers.
This is some real shit. Like, yo, I hate. I wish I could contribute. I'm like, bro, there's nothing to volley back because you're speaking facts.
But it just blew my mind that it's not even that. Just the fact of like, just be honest.
Yeah.
Guys out there, if a young chick, as long as she's over 18 or wherever you are in the world, whatever the age is, right?
18.
Just be. Let's just say 21. All right. To be safe.
Safe.
Be honest. If she's approaching you and she's 21 and you're 50, you've already bagged her if she's approaching you. She has daddy issues. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Say, listen, play hard to get. I can't do this. I have a family. I have a kid. It shows you're a provider.
This is true. Look, like, don't cheat, obviously.
But if you're gonna cheat,
if you're gonna do something fucked up and involve another person, yo, again, put it all on the table.
Put it all on the table.
Yeah, I agree with this. Man,
now look, this bitch, she's not even guilty because she's like, yo, I have a son your age. I told him that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm married and I'm divorced 2 times. I told him that. I'm turning 49, so my pussy's all dried up, or whenever he goes down, whatever's happening, I don't know. Right? There's no news. Like, you shouldn't be scared. I was honest from day one.
Well, like, yo, across the board, I'm like, yo, just if you're kind of trying to be like in a relationship or whatever, casual, serious, whatever, right? I'm like, bro, like, just be honest, be open, communicate. It's
don't cheat.
You know?
Obviously, I agree with you. Don't cheat.
So,
but if you're gonna cheat, don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't
be
lie
honest,
with be in the cheating together with the person. Lie to other people.
Yeah.
But the person you're cheating with, don't lie to
yeah.
Have some.
Cheating is bad.
Basic.
Dishonesty is worse.
Yeah.
That's what my dad told me.
He's a sexy guy.
Yeah.
I was your dad actually approached me once.
This is wait, what did you say?
Your dad approached me once.
Oh.
They didn't have meta glasses
did
at
you
that time.
tell it? Oh, they didn't have.
He was holding up a phone. He's like,
bro.
He's like, yo, I have a family.
This was back in the day. He was holding up one of these cameras, yo.
Can I tell you, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Since we're talking about how it's more accepting for older women to get hit on by younger guys, and they're always like,
I'm down. Ask me. I'm just gonna quickly say, I remember the first episode. You're like, oh, podcast equipment shouldn't be so cheap. I really thought we were gonna go into like, oh, let's talk about dating and relationships and like, 2 guys with mics. But this is good, man. You brought us some good points.
Again, bro, I try to bring something. I don't know.
Are you sick?
I have the Wuhan flu.
Okay, eat some zinc.
Oh, I've been putting zinc up my ass and my nostrils.
Okay.
I've been.
Okay. Anyways, what was the question?
So I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, it's more accepting for younger guys to hit up older chicks, right? Older women, right? And they have names like cougars, milfs, gilfs, whatever, right? Now, when I was in high school, I remember being in grade 10, okay? And I had a crush on a girl. Why are you laughing? That's not the joke.
Was it your teacher?
No, bro. I remember grade 7. I already had a crush on my teacher. Then she got pregnant, and this bitch would not leave. She already had like huge tits. What the younger generation would say, mommy milkers. She had the mommy milkers already, and on top of that, you had pregnancy. And holy shit, dude. I just couldn't focus. The guys in her class were just like, what are you doing? Please take maternity leave. She stayed till like, I think it was like 2-3 weeks before she was due.
I don't think
bursting, bro. When I'm saying she's bursting, grade 7.
Yeah, I don't know if they had like the option for maternity leave.
They did. This bitch she just wanted to prance around with her fucking huge tits.
Yo,
bro, and the dream, I just visions that I would have of like, one day she's like, oh wow, you got 10 out of 10 on your test, Tanvir. You know what that means? I'm like, what does that mean? It's just no.
see. I was about to cut you off, but then you.
But
cut
here's
off
the thing.
my
This,
call.
but
I was
that's
gonna-
where I gained my respect as then, because I'm like, yo, listen, you might get these like sexual feelings, but that doesn't mean you pounce on her and go, ah,
You
you know.
were 13 when you figured that out.
Cut this out! Cut this out! Cut this out!
Where are you looking? There's no cameras there.
Yo,
I was gonna say I didn't like. I learned very recently.
what? That this?
No,
Yo,
no.
Jesus
Well,
Christ!
This is fucked up. Like, let me think about this. I need to take some time to
Yeah, take some
digest
time,
this.
take some
But
time.
I was gonna say, yo, I like when I was in 6th grade, yo, and this was one of my favorite teachers, one of the best teachers I had. Yo, like her kid was a few years older than us, right? So probably in high school. Active kid, and like we all knew it because we were all in the same school, and same last names and
What do you mean
everything.
by active?
Act up,
Act
like
up,
like
okay.
like he was like a problem child kind of deal, like just fucking up everything, right? Like drugs and fucking just bad shit, man, just bad shit, like vandalizing like school property, stuff like that. And again, the teacher herself, she was super dope, but I remember like as the school year progressed, it just got worse and worse. And then it was like more than once where we're fucking sitting there reading like The Giver or whatever.
I remember that.
Grade 6, right? And then she just like break down crying and leave the classroom, and we're all like, yo, like what the fuck, like do we keep reading shit like that? I didn't realize, because now I like this new like niche of fucking IG reels of like very specific setups to like very specific memories for people our age group. But apparently this is a common thing, and it's just a theme. What I'm choosing to interpret from your story is like, sometimes like teachers, very valuable job, but you should step back.
Okay, so I told you that in grade 7, my teacher she already had huge tits.
Yeah.
And then she got pregnant. And here's the thing, though. Her belly was huge. All the guys, we were willing to look beyond that and see those fucking tits, right?
This is crazy.
So I tell you, hey, producer Josh, in grade 7, we're all like, yo, she's fucking hot. I just want to put my face in her tits. And that told you of like, hey, I also have a story. My teacher used to cry.
Yeah. That was my day.
I bet you wanted to, while reading Giver, you're probably like, I'd like to give it to her.
When she started crying, that was my cue. I had the same reaction as you did. But
no, but you realize, like, bro, I had so staying on that point, there, I don't want to say what class because they might listen, but there were in grade 10 and grade 11, there were chicks in my class who would like have a crush on the teacher. I don't want to say certain specific ones, older ones. I'm not talking like close to our age, just graduated or whatever. I'm talking 40s and 50s and be like, yo, he's so hot. Like, I'd let him do whatever. Like, openly talk like this. And so bringing it full circle again, you live and you learn. I'm sure there's girls out there who had crushes on older guys or whatever. Now, if you pounce on that, if those guys did, that's not right. That's not right. And, same vice versa, right? If older women do that, even though as a society, it's a hack premise, but, we're kind of cool with that. Now, here's the thing. When I was in grade 10, I had a crush on a girl, and she was dating a guy who had already graduated. He would drive like a Honda Accord, a black Honda Accord, 2-door windows tinted.
I remember you telling me the story. Okay, yeah.
He would pick her up. So, like, we're in grade 10. And, like, it's just like, why are you with this guy who's already graduated, so he's 18, and I think it's like a year out of high school, so 19, and we're like, what, 15, 16? Like, it just, and we can't compete with him. There's no way for us to compete because we don't have money, we don't have a job, right? We probably are trying to get our learners, right? Meanwhile, you have this bad boy guy who can protect ya, girl.
Well, like in theory, also like now we're fucking both in our late 20s. We look at 19, we're like, yo, that's a kid. But man, like the gap between fucking 15 and 19, when you're both of those ages, it's like huge, right? So, but still, like fucked up of the guy for sure in that situation. Also, you're talking about like, yeah, there's girls who had crushes on teachers. It was the same thing like when I was going to high school, which wasn't like that long ago. It was fucking in the 2010s. Also, bro, like right at the start of the 2020s, I like worked a teaching kind of job, right? When I started there, this was actually a conversation that like these guys had to have with me. They're like,
Josh, producer Josh, don't fuck the children.
It wasn't, yo. It wasn't like.
And you're like,
bro. It wasn't. They didn't look at my face and were like, yeah, like, oh, we just have a feeler. But no, it was just like a part of their. It was on paper. It was just like a manual. It wasn't for me.
oh, it's just on paper. You didn't have to practice it. They're like, listen, hey, producer Josh, look. Legally we have to tell you don't fuck the children. But
they're like, bro, because apparently it's happened, right? And again, I wasn't like an actual teacher. It was like with the fucking school board, whatever. It was like next to it type of thing. But they're like, yo, it's happened in the past where like,
they fuck the children.
No, like it wasn't, bro. The concern, well, obviously that's a concern, right? But it's like, yo, if you're working with it's like vulnerable population, right? So you have to do like a police check. You have to make sure you're clear. Anyone that's even like slightly suspicious, it's like, bro, you're not allowed to like work this job, right? So that was
you go to the playground by yourself a lot. It's like you're not getting the job.
Anything like even like remotely, that like might show that this person is gonna be a problem. That takes them out, right? Now for me,
we had the FBI stop us for that because we were talking about children and you know, but
yeah, don't say it like that.
No, so what? Okay, so you were saying that like you weren't a teacher per se in a school.
So look, I'll just start from the top, right?
But they told you, hey, producer Josh.
No, because you're.
And like, I had to have that talk with you too. I was like, listen, we're going on this joint venture.
We didn't know each other.
No, for this podcast, and you're like, well, there's no children. And I said, listen, don't fuck children. Well, I have this talk with everyone I meet. That's my small talk. Even if I'm in a Starbucks line and hey, nice to meet you. I don't care about the weather. I'm like, yo, I just want you to know
that this is wrong.
This is where I stand. Fuck ICE.
Yeah.
Fuck ICE. And don't fuck children. Fuck ICE. Don't fuck children.
That's right.
Merch. Fuck ICE. Don't fuck children. Merch drop.
Right where the mind goes. Yo. Okay. No. Look. This is what I was saying. Right. Yeah. Be nice. Fuck ICE.
Fuck ICE.
And that's it.
That's it.
And my old workplace was telling me the same thing. So just quickly from the top, bro. Like it was. Like at least fuck here, we're like in Alberta, right? They're called like vulnerable sector, right? Anyone under 18, because we're like, we like deliver programs to fucking high school students and middle school students, right? So it wasn't because of that, because bro, it's like a actual proper company and everything. They do all the checks for like all the employees, anyone volunteering. It's like, you have to go through like the police service, make sure there's no one even like slightly suspicious that falls through the ranks, right? So that wasn't an issue. I'm just clearing my name here, right? But I remember like in my training, right? And I'm bringing this point up because you were like, yo, you remember being in high school and there was this like 22-year-old or whatever dating like a fucking 15-year-old, right? Which is fucked.
Yeah.
And then also like it is a thing where like students will develop crushes on their teachers, right? Yep. So they told me,
Lord knows I did.
Yeah, well, too many people know now that you did, right? But no, like they told me when I was getting onboarded and shit, they're like, yo, look, like this is a serious issue. This has happened in the past, right? Where you have to like your personal email, your personal phone numbers, like fucking if you have social media accounts, bro, either get rid of them or put them on private, because what might happen is students will send you inappropriate
DM you
shit.
Yo, you up?
Yeah, and then
you're like, well, I am now.
And that's fucked. That's crazy. You wouldn't have passed the fucking security measures that we use, bro. They'd Google your name. They'd find this podcast and be like, no, not getting
you up,
bro. You're fired, bro. Fuck. Nah, man. It's and apparently I'm like, yo, like. I asked, I'm like, what the fuck, right? That's kind of specific.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, so the last person that had my job, like, apparently it happened to him, right? And I'm just like, yo, it's not good.
Well, I think we both, everyone can agree, jokes aside, fuck ICE, not children, obviously. And, it's why Epstein used it, big E. That's what he used, the compromising stuff. It doesn't get lower than that. Even criminals are like, yo, you're fucking children. That's it. It's on site. It's just because, again, they are vulnerable. They don't have this, and they can't stand back and look of like, even that chick. It's like, yo, you got me. I'm your age, sexy lady. Let's do
So
it.
what was the situation there? Like, wasn't she? Cause
She just, bro. Okay, I don't blame her. Like, that's like if she had a crush on me, right? And then you have a 22-year-old, well, just a big ass rack, who's like, and she drives, and she's like, yo, I'll come pick you up, Tanvir. I'm taking you out for lunch, Tanvir. Yo, let's go here. I'm paying for this because I have a job, Tanvir, right? And hey, suck on my nipples, Tanvir. Yo, come fuck me, Tanvir. Let me show you what a grown-ass woman's all about, Tanvir. What do you think Tanvir's gonna do?
Tanvir, at what age?
In grade 10, same situation.
So like you were 15 or 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What was
Can I tell you, I was gonna talk a lot of shit like, yo, I'm gonna beat that shit up.
Yeah, cause I'm thinking, what would I have done at that age?
And then
Nothing.
we're there, and she's like, so what are you gonna? And I'm just like, oh, you want to play like snakes and ladders? Do you want to play?
Yeah, I'm the fuck that. Like, yo, I'll have.
Can I be honest? I'm still like that.
I so badly want to be like, yeah, if it was me, I would have fucking sure. I wouldn't have. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Nothing would have been beat up except for my fucking ego, right? Because like then everyone would be like, damn, you're so soft, bro. Like, Josh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You're literally so soft.
Yeah.
I swear, I don't know. This doesn't
bro.
always happen.
See, it sounds way fucking worse, and arguably it is way fucking worse. Like in the situation with your classmate dating some like dude in his early 20s, right? As opposed to like.
Hey, okay, listen. She had like a lot of people had a crush on her. She was very popular. She was very attractive, right? So I'm not even saying why not me, right? You had basketball people. You had like these crazy people that if I was a girl, I'll bust my pussy open for them. Yo, but like she decided to go with this tall ass guy, full beard, drives, and he'd come pick her up and just.
Oh wait, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, right? Because okay. By the way, we had the one that stands out to me the most is when I was in 11th grade. Probably one of the bigger artists, like musical artists at the time, had a show in Calgary.
Can you say the name?
I can't. No.
It's a bigger artist. Just say Drake.
It wasn't Drake.
Say Drake.
If Drake came by, I would have been in those songs.
You would have been popping your pussy.
Like for us, for like fucking Canada standards,
okay,
whatever, right?
Nav, shout outs. Is it Nav?
I just bro's naming it. I was trying to be like, like subtle, right? Because I'm like, yo, you start naming names.
Well, how are you trying to be? You're like, oh, so this huge artist. Can't say the name.
You name like 17 other artists, so like liabilities on our shoulders, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I've always wanted to say this. I'll tell you off camera, right? But no, so allegedly.
Don't worry, and I hate when people do this on podcasts. They're like, so once he tells me off camera, follow the Yap Zone Pod on IG and stuff. I will story what he said there.
This is how we get the numbers up. I've told you the story, by the way, like in full detail. And again, it's like alleged whatever, right? We were grade 11, and then they had a show here, like in the community, a concert, and like the same night, photos went up on like one of our classmates. It was a girl, went up on her IG, on her Instagram of photos with her and like the entire tour, like everyone was there, right? And so then she everyone's like, what the fuck, right? And then people are talking, but then she herself, because we all went back to school on Monday, right? Apparently she was telling people like, yo, this is what went down. Sick, right?
Wait, what went down? I feel like I'm in high school now.
Like, you know what went down, bro.
No,
they're
spare no detail. Tell me what happened.
I can't.
Allegedly, tell me what happened.
Well, I can ask her. I mean, we're still cool. Allegedly, what happened is like, yo, obviously they like smashed, right? And then big controversy because like inside of like high school everyone's like, oh, it's well, apparently some people are like, yo, that's sick, good for you, but then like a lot of older people are like, yo, what the fuck, right?
You just got taken advantage
of.
And
I'm saying all of this because like when I was like 16 years old and all this happened, I did have like a similar attitude, even what you're saying now of like, fuck, like roles were reversed, what I really blame type of shit, right?
Yep.
I'm fucking like probably the age of the artist, when that shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Late 20s, I'm like, yo, that's just like icky, like on so many ways, just fucked up too, right? Because if like
was it the Indian?
Are you remembering the story?
Was the Indian producer icky?
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
that would have been good.
I thought I caught it. I thought I was gonna.
That's it.
Shout out to Icky though, dope artist, right? I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I don't. No habla inglés. Fuck Ice. not children.
Anyways,
That's episode 3.
Yeah,
before
alright, thank you very much.
talked, literally took us 3 episodes. To, what? First episode, what did we talk about, right? We talked about race and stuff, McDonald's,
Yep.
right? Second episode, we're talking about McDonald's, halal, right? We're fucking, and the Japanese suicide force. Third episode, we're talking about ICE.
Being nice.
Not fucking children. Fuck ICE, not children.
Yep.
Can we? Well, I don't think we can label this video that.
Right. Probably not.
But listen, we talked about like these are real things. This just because you don't talk about stuff, and sometimes people get very nervous, right? And I had this talk like with my siblings, my cousins, other people, like even friends and family members, because sometimes people will avoid the topic because it's too like, oh, risque or whatever. But you need to realize, yo, when I was a kid and my teacher's big ass titties were in my face, and I'm like, yo, can you help me with this? And she's like leaning over like, oh yeah, so you want to carry the one? I was like, damn, hell yeah.
She was your math teacher, your Spanish teacher.
She's my every teacher. It was grade 7.
You guys didn't split.
No, in BC we had one teacher for everything.
Seriously?
Hallelujah. Right? But here's the thing. You realize this of like, you're like, holy shit, my cock is hard, right? But then you realize like, oh, like she's older. Okay, I like what it's evoking these feelings in me. Whatever. You're going through puberty and shit like that. It's not like, oh, every dream was like her initiating something.
Yeah.
No, it was never like I wasn't foaming at the mouth. Don't make me.
You keep adding more details, and you're doing it so subtly too. You're like every dream. Like what the fuck?
When I was a little boy,
I mean,
I had a dream.
Oh my goodness, is this a dream that they were talking about?
My teacher's titties made me cream. Alright, that's episode 3. That's
all right. Don't do that shit, guys. Don't do it. It's not nice. Yeah.
My family's gonna see this. My family's gonna be like, wow, we gave birth to a pervert.
This was the first episode I was actually like, I'm comfortable being on camera and like, you know, this is what happened.
Well, listen, stuff like this happens. You gotta talk about it, right? Yep. And I've seen like, I'm on the parent side of TikTok too, where they'll talk about like their children and stuff like that. And it's like, you have to have these conversations. Like there's like a dad that was showing his kid this lady making pizza, and the view was from the back, and she's wearing like she had a huge ass, and she was wearing like these tight pants, and like as she's like wobbling the pizza, her fucking ass is jiggling, and the kid's like mind blown, like what the fuck?
I think I've seen this.
And the dad's like to the kid like, huh the pizza, and he's like but big butt, and it's like, and people were like in the comments are like, hell yeah, yo, that's what's up, the kid knows what's up, and so it's like, yo, kids notice these things, you gotta talk about it.
100%. Well, again,
it's okay when you're a 2-3 year old and you grab like someone's tit because you don't know, right? But me,
when you're in Spanish class and you do it, fuck me, I'm a bad guy all of a sudden, yo.
No habla inglés.
No, it's you're right. You know, be responsible. It is a.
I'm sorry that I talk about stuff that you weren't supposed to talk about.
Yo, can
well,
I be
let's
honest?
all pretend
that
we didn't like someone older.
Let me be honest.
Be honest.
I
Whose
got
titties did you like?
so nervous the second you dropped it. But yo, my first crush that I can remember, it was my fucking kindergarten teacher.
Oh, you nasty. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucked up. Cut this. That's fucked.
No, how is that fucked
you
up?
You are fucked.
No, it was last year.
Oh, that's okay then.
All right. Okay. Anyways,
and that concludes episode 3.
All right. All right.